Hey everyone, Ryan Cratch here. I would like to talk about the movie Rocketman, based on the fantasy true story of Elton John. Starting off right away, this starts off in the early years of Elton John, how he got started into the music industry and everything. So this gives you another look of this. I know there's been a lot of movies out there that actually focus on how people get started up in the industry and work themselves up. And the thing I like about Rocketman, it shows a true music legend, Sir Elton John. And I gotta say Sir Elton John because he did get knighted quite a while back. It's just great to be able to say Sir Elton John. So going to the movie, I gotta say this movie was kind of on a similar note as Bohemian Rhapsody. But it was slightly different in different ways because the movie is more like a musical, I gotta say. Because you see Taron Egerton playing as Elton John in this. And I gotta say off the bat already, he is a great actor. I'm really hoping this is an early contender moment because Oscars will be coming around next year. And I feel like I really feel like Taron pulled the part really good at playing a young Elton John in this movie. And the movie itself, I thought was pretty good and decent and everything. I thought a little bit the story went a little off here and there and stuff like that. But other than that, I thought the story was picked off really good. Like I said, it was a musical, and it threw me off a little bit because some scenes were set as more like a musical movie. If you remember movies like Mamma Mia or maybe Jersey Boys, something like that, you go off the bat. If you remember the movie Enchanted, it's always because a reason I'm saying Enchanted because they're always wanting to get into a start singing a song and get into the moment sort of thing, and that's what kind of happens in Rocketman. They find a moment and they grab it with it. So and they grab all those people who like to dance with of course the Elton John music because the story is pretty much about the Elton John Rocketman. Since this is based on a true story too, so you got to remember going into this movie that it is a true story, but the stuff that goes around in it is more like a fantasy look of what Elton John thought while coming into the music industry and stuff like that. So if you remember I'm going to say this right now because if you saw the trailer, there's a particular scene where you see Elton John playing on the piano. Then all of a sudden he finds that moment. And that's kind of the reason where they're trying to focus on this because it's his first moment. You see the crowd floating up in the air. Now I'm not getting anything away because if you have seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about, of course. And I just see that as a moment in time, and he kind of froze it, and that's what he did. So that was a good climax moment into the film, a great moment. I thought pretty good. And there's some other scenes in the movie that will be kind of like that, but more like a big musical number when you grab other dancers and start going into a big number. Like I'm about to do right now. Rocketman, Rocketman. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for you guys. But you get the point what I'm trying to say. Go out and see this movie. I would strongly recommend it. About Taron Egerton played Elton John, and I just thought he nailed it really good. It's just like when I saw Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. I think they both have good standards, and they both have good young lives. And I see a big stepping stones in their way to become bigger people. There are big people, you know what I'm trying to say, but the thing I'm trying to say is they're finding a good place in the industry right now. It's because Taron has actually been in some pretty big movies as it is already. He's been in Kingsman, sorry. And the most recent Robin Hood, they actually retold the story in a darker version. And I didn't see the movie, but I heard off and on things about it. But focusing back to Rocketman, I thought this was a good choice picking Taron. I never heard him sing before, and it was great to hear it. If you guys have not heard the duet with Taron and Elton John, there's some clips on YouTube to actually see. They were making a fundraiser event, I believe, and if you pull this up on YouTube, check it out, please, because if you hear Taron's voice along with Elton John, you can hear almost how similar they are. But Taron has a different look and feel of how Elton John sings. And this hearing Elton John by himself is great. Because we know Elton John's so familiar with these big hits from the 70s and low 80s. And especially the 90s, I gotta say. Because you gotta remember in The Lion King, he gave a new, fresh songs to The Lion King. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's a classic, isn't it? So this comes along to my question of this video. I'd like to know what your favorite song is from Elton John. If I were to choose my own, one of my favorites is Crocodile Rock, I think. And Don't Be Breaking My Heart. Those are both catchy tunes, and the reason I like Crocodile Rock is you could really jam with it and dance with it as hard as you could. I wish I could live through that time of the 70s just to see how the music was rolling through that time, because you got Elton John going on, you got Queen going on. They had so much big music. Oh, Metallica, that would be cool to see. So if you were to go back, if you're about the same age, almost close to the same age as I am, if you were to go back, what group would you like to see? Elton John would be cool to see in concert, but as I recall, he's in his final tour this year, so you gotta go quick if you want to see Elton John in tour. But I'm gonna start wrapping this up and saying, my name is Ryan Kretsch, and I hope you go out and go see Rocketman, and I'll talk to you guys and see you guys later. Adios, amigos.